Hey y'all, I'm Taisha Spencer.
And I'm Rod Carter.
Welcome back to another broadcast of IYDK News.
Welcome.
Let's first get things kicked off with our What the Hell segment. We bring you a wild story of a man that paid an OnlyFans model $11,000 to give him personal pleasure of the adult nature that turned out to be the last pleasure he ever had. What makes us say, what the hell? Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this story.
What in the hell? What in the hell? What in the hell happened to the man? Goodness.
According to an article published by the New York Times a couple of weeks ago, 29-year-old Michaela Rylersden, an OnlyFans model, was hired by 56-year-old Michael Dale to perform BDSM acts with him to the tune of $11,000. She obliged. What was Dale's actual request? I'm glad you asked. Dale requested to be mummified in saran wrap and have a pair of women's boots gorilla glued to his feet while she sat in view pleasuring herself with sex toys and filming it as content for her OnlyFans page.
When she noticed Dale no longer responding to her acts, she called 911. When the police arrived, they found the sex worker still performing, only this time it was life-saving acts. CPR to be exact, on the lifeless Dale, who had duct tape over his mouth, a plastic bag over his head, and more saran wrap around that. The affidavit also states he had saran wrap tightly around his neck as well. The cause of death was asphyxiation.
Ooh.
I did it.
You did?
Rylersden was taken and arrested and taken shit. I can't do it after asphyxiation.
That thing got you in a chokehold. Check this out. So, Rylersden was taken to jail in San Diego County awaiting trial. The wife and mother of three was charged with homicide. So, first of all, people, mummified in saran wrap with women's boots glued.
What was the point of having them glued to his feet?
That's what makes us say, what the hell?
That's not the only part, but I mean, yeah. The glue to the feet, like, I don't know.
He wanted to permanently, he wanted to be bound to these women's boots. And it's something about that really gets his engine going.
He had his boots on the ground. It's nice.
Yeah, now he's got his boots 6 feet underground.
No, but imagine, yeah, unfortunately, imagine when she goes to jail and everybody is like, so what you in for? She has to say,
I killed a man then and OnlyFans. And check this out. I read more on the article. And her husband was, her
husband.
Well, if you read the last part that I was saying, she's a wife and mother of three.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Her husband was the one. So it's her and her husband that own the OnlyFans brand, whatever. She has a brand name under her name or whatnot called Sin something. I don't remember. But it's her and her husband that run this company. She is the actress for the company. Mm-hmm. And so he kept trying to get her to get another 1,000, by doing these extra things. Get another 1,000, you might be able to get another 1,000 until they came to $11,000. Went over there, wrapped the dude up, glued the boots on.
Is he not being locked up too?
Who?
The husband.
I don't know. I didn't see that part. I didn't read the fact that he was actually. They did question him, mm-hmm. But what they're questioning, the reason why they are locking her up is because nowhere in the texts or requests for his personal requests was there a request to have a bag over his head, mm-hmm. and saran wrap over his head. It did say mummified.
Well, I was about to say, yeah, that's
right.
kind of the thing.
Or it did say wrapped in saran wrap, but saran wrap over your.
But technically, mummified is like toilet paper, tissue, cloth,
no,
fabric.
He said mummified in saran wrap though. That's what he asked specifically for saran wrap. That's what makes.
Well, he asked to die because you can't breathe through that plastic.
That's true, but the police, like I said, the police were saying that he didn't ask to have a bag over his head. So I don't know if that was discussed, without being in the text or what, but
People just be doing it.
And they said so they checked her phone and they saw videos of him squirming, before he actually passed, and she's on the camera, and in the background he's and she's doing her thing with her toys.
She's still like
she over there having a good old time. And I guess she looked back and said, "Hey, that nigga ain't moving."
Jesus, that's a lot.
Y'all stick. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay, stick to the regular stuff that we used to. In other words, don't all this crazy.
I know what it means.
Don't.
So you wouldn't do that on your OnlyFans?
I don't have one.
You just stick to Christian Mingle. Yes, Lord. All right.
Next story. Worldstar shared a clip to Instagram of Terrance Howard's interview where he alleges that he had a close encounter with the diddler. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you threaten to punch them in the mouth. Or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
That's crazy.
How is that the response, though? That's the first response. Like, what he on? Oh, I think he trying to...
Right. Now that was his assistant that told her that?
Yeah. Imagine him. Whoop that trick. Shit.
If the story comes out that he actually did get over there, and he did the diddly do.
I don't think he would have brought it up if he actually did it.
He come out with a post that says, if there was a tape that surfaced, he'd be like, hey, it's hard out here for a pimp.
No.
When you got to make the money. All right.
Jesus.
Cadillacs and gas money spent.
Don't do him like that, man.
Oh, man. I hate you forever.
Light skins down 1,000.
Shut up.
The viral Pop the Balloon or Fine Love Dating show will be coming to Netflix on April 10th, live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The wildly entertaining dating show, created by married couple Arlette Muley and Bola Matundu, will be hosted by comedian Yvonne Orji, known for her roles in Insecure, Night School, and The Blackening. Pop the Balloon started as a YouTube series of locals seeking connection based on a few questions and first impressions. Now, don't be surprised to see familiar faces across the world participating. Stop! Don't forget to tune in. We expect nothing less than pure entertainment.
You know what I thought about when
what?
you said, first, congratulations to the Matundus. That's a big come up, just to be able to start something on YouTube and then Netflix, it go super viral, that everybody else is repeating it, and then Netflix picks it up. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Will you be there?
Will
I think you should be there.
be there to watch?
No, I think you should go on the show.
I would like to, but I hate that everything is so first impressions. Like, they might look at me and be like, she 4'11", Pop. And they don't realize I'm a whole snack.
Who don't? Meal.
I'm the snack after the meal, and I'm the meal,
So-
but then you need to have the meal to get to the snack, and then it all makes sense together.
So you're the snack and the meal.
I'm everything.
I'm mad at you. Woo!
Just saying, but they will pop the balloon
talk your
because they're
Instagram.
losers.
So you're afraid of the rejection.
Oh, I have rejection issues.
That's fair.
We're not going to call... This is not therapy.
So tell us.
No.
Tell us, how do you feel when...
I feel like I'm going to quit this show if you keep going.
No, but... So, you wouldn't go?
I would absolutely go. I would go to all the dating shows, actually.
I'll support. I think
You'll support by bringing the balloons for them to pop?
I'll bring self-popping balloons. They'll be, hey, man, my balloon pop. I didn't mean that. You know what's funny is I've never seen that show outside of the clips, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't even know you could get your balloon back.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen it outside the clips.
Okay.
I was watching another clip, and this girl popped. She popped her balloon. She said, "They said, why'd you pop your balloon?" She said, "I'm sorry." She said, "I popped it because at first you said something, and I got turned off. But then you started talking about how you were doing not for profit for kids and all that other thing." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And so she's like, "Can I have my balloon back?" And so I gave her a balloon back.
That's how dating is.
I was like, "I didn't know that was." Yeah, you look at somebody, they talk for a second, and you can be like, "Nah, I'm good." And then you see them doing big things. Like, "Ah, dang, how'd I miss that?"
Superficial people.
Yep.
Do not give superficial people balloons.
Yep.
They don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
We should have balloons on here. So, like, every time you say something that I can't stand, just...
And then you look, and you be like, "Man, this is a great man. Can I have my balloon back?"
No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that
I
would
think
work.
that's exactly how it worked. Yeah. I definitely see that.
Okay. TikTok lives to fight another 75 days in America as your president, not mine, has extended the second ban as potential buyers continues to put forth offers.
75 days.
75 days.
Do you know any of the potential buyers?
I know Amazon is one. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Mr. Beast was talking about trying to get it too. Have you ever heard of him?
I did hear that, yeah.
He was trying to get it, but
I think they should give it to somebody that looks like us. I don't know. I'm just...
I ain't gonna do that.
I know they're not,
I ain't
but
giving nigga that much power.
for some reason, I just really want a black-owned...
It would be dope. I think, you know who I think should buy it?
Who?
Byron Allen.
I don't know who that is.
Man. Byron Allen he owns the Weather Channel and a whole lot of other networks.
I was going to say the weatherman. When you said his name, I was like, he sounds like the weather dude, but I wasn't sure, so I went the other way. Trisha Guts, how you think you got this?
No, he should get it. Like, he's worth, what is his... He's worth like $500 million, I think.
So what does that mean? Just because he's worth all this money, he deserves TikTok?
Not that he deserves it, but I mean, you said you wanted it'd be nice to see a black man on it, you know? And it's either going to be him or Tyler Perry, you know?
I'd take that.
What?
Tyler Perry. TikTok, a part of Tyler Perry Studios. It just got a ring to it.
He going to have Medea on every...
It don't matter. But what he would do is there would be a lot more famous people. Because he would pick up a lot of people from those videos and put them in his movies and stuff.
Possibly.
Tyler Perry, if you're watching, which I know you are, because what else would you be doing?
Right.
Go ahead and pick it up. Put your offer in.
Yes, buy TikTok, Tyler. We appreciate you.
Why don't you buy it?
Thought about it. And then I checked my bank account. But before I bought this pop, you know, I checked my bank account when I got the pop, you know, and I was like,
gosh.
You know that I called him, you know, that deal on TikTok. I'm about to pass on it. I appreciate the offer. But,
like, damn, I thought you said Tic Tac. Not
I can't even afford that one. Sheesh.
Do better.
But one day.
One day.
Kanye West has done it again, and if you didn't know, the internet was on fire last week. Kanye West, being interviewed by DJ Academics, was wearing, that's right, you probably didn't guess it, an all-black KKK outfit, and saying some of the most outlandish and confusing statements per his usual. Let's check this clip out we found on TikTok.
I don't really have a problem with Kendrick. I would never call Kendrick a you know what I'm saying? I don't like what happened with the song and that whole idea. I don't like how they used Kendrick. That's right. And also, I don't like him saying he the number one because I'm the number one. So those are my two things.
People think that's jealousy. They feel like even when you criticize the Super Bowl performance, or you're like, man, I didn't like him on Cardi's album. He got too many verses. Like, yeah, he could rap, but we ain't want to hear this shit.
Y'all don't go to church? God is an angry God. God is a jealous God. What are you talking about? I'm the closest thing to God on earth, and I act just like how God acts. I don't really...
The handfold after I act just like God acts. Handfold. Like, I stand on that.
My Jesus does not act like that.
He needs to be committed. Why do we put up with this?
And who is we? I don't follow these stories. You found that man. I would have never put him in our script.
That's because I'm a journalist. I look for entertaining things.
He had on a black KKK. A black Kanye.
There you go.
That I'm pretty sure we can find in the next Yeezy line.
Right.
Yes.
You know what? It's some fools gonna buy it too.
Oh, of course they are.
It's some fools gonna buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say that just like we took the word nigga and made it ours, we done took the hoods and made it ours too. This is what we repping.
You gonna be handing them out for Christmas gifts?
If they came out with a denim jean one, no,
That sounds too hot, though.
very hot. You only wear it in the winter.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sounds like you have thought about this.
No, I just thought about it right now. Your denim jean outfit gave me the idea, actually.
Don't let me
cute. It's
inspire
cute.
KKK wear. Please and thank you. I rebuke that.
That's crazy, though. I'm the closest thing to God on earth. That's insane, man. That's an insane... Kanye is the God of his own world.
That is true.
He is, like...
He does a good job at that. Being the god of his own
I
world.
guess so.
He does.
But you know what, though? Everybody's talking about, is he serious or is he just being a walking, talking troll? Like, is he crazy or is he, like, does he know what he's doing? Like, is he just trying to go viral all the time?
I think he is who he is. He's showing us who he is. He's not like an Orlando Brown where he can turn it off and turn it back on.
You think Orlando Brown's turning it on and turning it off?
I've seen it. Plenty of videos out there where he turns it off and he knows what he's doing.
But he's got drug induction too. Like,
but he's not that way 100% of the time.
You been over his house?
Yeah, every weekend.
I believe you.
That's so Taisha. Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
Anyway, Kanye, I think that's who he is. I think that after his mother passed, I think he just...
He lost it. He snapped it. Yeah. Doing the most. I don't know, man. You know, here's the thing, man. I was with Ye too. I was with him when he like gave his life to God, started producing gospel music. I was like, right
that
on.
music was
And
dope.
It was, and a lot of the church people, they was judging him and criticizing him. You know, I was like, look, everybody deserves a chance to come to God. Now, everybody, you know, all of us are messed up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves a moment to get themselves right with God. You know, I don't know.
He just...
He didn't
I think he needs to go to God and just stay there.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is possibly the best thing I've heard you go to. Y'all hear that? Go to God and stay there. Now, everybody, you heard the message from Taisha. At this point, we will take up the offering. Baby girl, close the doors, please. Close the doors.
You can't be talking to
close the
extras
doors.
on the set. Close the door, sweetie. Thank you. You got to put a little bass in your voice.
Oh, yeah.
You too. Nice.
I guess we got to learn to...
Thank you.
That's the way the ushers look
Yes.
when Marvin Sapp does it.
Lock the door. Don't let nobody leave.
Close the door. Close the door. It's crazy. That's not in our story today. We just going off the cuff.
Just be doing stuff.
Right.
But what is in our stories today? A quick update in regards to Hillman Talk University. As the spring classes are wrapping up and summer registration is approaching, be on the lookout for new classes and exciting opportunities coming up. Registration opens April 21st. Also, if you are looking for official merch, follow at Shop Hillman Talk HBCU on TikTok. Couldn't see that button. Remember, let's continue to mind our business and let them have it. Happy learning and the pride.
You know what? I'm thinking about actually enrolling.
You should.
I'm thinking about it.
It makes me happy.
But never mind. I don't want to make you happy.
No, what do you need to learn? Because I can give you a list of shit.
No, I'm serious. Like a lot of I need to take some business courses. And here's the thing. Even when it came to, I've been back to college like 3 times. The last time I went, I wasn't going for a degree. Because for me, I think degrees are overrated. Especially if you want to be your own boss. You don't need a degree to be a boss. But you do need the information. And so, I'm just, like, not organized. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah,
you say?
Yeah, I'm just not organized. So it's, first of all, doing that would actually require me to sit down at a certain time and do something all the time.
Not all the time. It's pretty work at your own pace.
But if they're on Okay, so how's it work?
So they do have lives where you can go and engage. That's how they get paid, right? TikTok pays them. But if you're not able to make the lives, you can. They'll put it on YouTube or whatever after they're done. So you can. It's still self-paced. So you really don't have an excuse. Don't act black. Just do it.
It's true. That sounds like a slogan. Don't act black, just do it.
Just saying.
Okay. Act white.
Don't, or you will not be
Act,
admitted.
act white and do it.
You will not be
That's what she's
admitted
saying.
onto our campus.
Sounds like a racist school.
Third annual Westport International Food Week is near, April 14th through April 20th. This event showcases
It shows all
It
that.
showcases the diverse and authentic cuisines from around the world and the original parts of Kansas City. Go out and support.
Have you ever been?
I have no. I've been to the hot dog thing. That ain't the same, right? The hot dog festival.
Is it Diddy's house? I don't know anything about any places
I
where
walked into that.
sausages are swinging.
I'll let you have that one.
No, I don't go to hot dog festivals. I go to Taco Land.
That's good to know. I support that. You are an idiot.
I don't know anything about a hot dog festival. Well, no, really. Seriously. But you haven't been to the
I
KC
don't
Food
think
Week.
so.
Why do I want to say that I thought the KC Food Week was like earlier in the year? I thought it was like January or February or something like that.
No, I don't
Was
think
it?
so.
And that's where, if I'm not mistaken, that's where the different restaurants give discounts or something like that.
Yes. Yep. Everybody has a special menu, and there's a percentage off because you're supposed to go into the different restaurants. So
Is it just certain restaurants, or is this like pretty known everywhere?
whoever is participating in that,
In the-
it's like
is it in a?
in Westport.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, it's just in Westport. Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, I might try that.
I might too. Maybe we can do an IYDK.
That would be lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
that would be lovely. Go and take some on the street interviews.
I don't do on the street. I'm a classy.
You and your sausage fest. Okay.
Hate you so much.
In local event news, the 2025 Spring Parade of Homes of Greater Kansas City will be kicking off their event soon. If you don't know what the Parade of Homes is, it's a list of homes that are open to the public to be toured in various areas of Greater Kansas City. Some of them are new builds and some are occupied and some are not. Information on the builders as well as prices on the homes are available. The spring dates for this event are April 26th through May 11th. To get a list of the homes, save some of your favorites and map your routes, you can download the Kansas City Parade of Homes app on your smart device or visit kchba.org for more information.
I'm gonna have to do that.
I have been for the past 5 years, I think, missing one of those in that year. I started going, about five years ago. It is inspiring.
That's all it can be for me.
It really is inspiring because some of their homes are around $250.
Oh, okay.
And some of them are like 1.5, some $2 million homes. So
And them the ones you be looking at, huh?
of course.
Yeah.
Of course, you know how I do. I think big, and then I cry when I get into the car after I check in my credit score.
Exactly.
Like, man, I ain't doing enough.
Some people, there's two different types of people in the world. The ones that go and they get inspired, and then there's the ones that go and they're just like, I hate you
come
guys.
out and have a drink, and wallow in there.
Why me?
Yeah, but it's you'll get a plethora of emotions. Just like,
I'm
man,
sure.
yeah,
I used to
but-
ride around neighborhoods just to look at the outsides of beautiful homes. Like, you know what? I ain't got to be the black person here to rob y'all. I can live here. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was sharing a story with my girl about doing an Instacart last year when I was Instacarting, and I pulled up on this house, and I was like, my God, I was so impressed. I had to ask the lady, "What do you do?" Because she had land like forever, big giant pond in the front. House was huge. And I said, "Can I ask what you do?" And she said her husband does something in technology or something. I was like, sheesh.
Tech is where the money is.
Yeah.
That in the medical field.
Right. And the legal field.
Yeah.
Think of how much Diddy's lawyers are getting paid.
I don't know. You should go do some research on it since you're so wrapped up in the diddler.
I'm not wrapped up in the diddler. Remember, you go to the sausage fests.
That has nothing to do with
And
Diddy.
festus is a word.
That's all from us here at CMC Studios. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and
Share.
I'm Taisha.
And I'm the indelible Rod Carter.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.